What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. This is Stockholm Gunnar and it is Saturday morning, and I thought to myself, you haven't made a video in a couple of days, so go ahead and make one. And the transfer window has been very quiet for us. There's not much to talk about other than the headache that we had in Hong Kong against Spurs, right? So I digged up a couple of things that I want to talk about in this video, and we're going to jump in straight into this one. And we're going to start with the game that we played against Spurs. We're going to start talking about that one. Let's look at this. This result doesn't look good at all to me. And I had to watch the game on a replay, right? Friday evening it was. And I thought in the first 20 minutes we looked all right. We did look all right. And but then after the 20 minutes, as the game progressed, the game kind of slipped away from us, and Tottenham overtook us, and they played better than us. And what was so scary about this game was, to me anyway, that I haven't seen any new tactics from Arsenal. I haven't seen any new tactics from Arteta, I should say, right? And he kept to the old same tactics that he had from last season, which was pretty much very annoying to see. When you have a preseason, you want to try out new stuff. It is a preseason. It is meant for you to try out new tactics, new playing style, right? See what you are capable of doing differently from last season. But Arteta did not do that. So anyway, the game, what we did was pretty much give the ball to Bukayo Saka on the right side, and Bukayo Saka tried to do his thing, dribble past players, cross the ball in. If that didn't work, we would let Ben White overlap Bukayo Saka and try to get the cross in. Our left side, our left wingers was non-existent. Martinelli, oh my days, Martinelli's form currently is diabolical. It is unbelievable. The guy, every time you keep on looking at him in this preseason, he just seemed to be looking worse and worse. It really is. Lewis Kelly inverts from the left back into the central, right, to the midfield. And the goal they scored was a beautiful goal. It was a beautiful goal. I'm not gonna take anything away from that one. It was a foul from my point of view. It was a foul. I mean, Reyes slipped in Lewis Skelly in that midfield, and Lewis Skelly tried to drive the ball further into that midfield, and Richarlison clipped the heels of Lewis Skelly, but the referee said no foul. On that moment, Pep saw, took the ball, took a shot, and it was Hervé Reyes who was standing full away from the goal, and they scored 1-0. That was the goal, the winning goal for Tottenham. And I must say, personally, I think Thomas Frank is a good manager. He really is a good manager. And what I've seen of him in Brentford with the players that he had, he was playing a very attractive football. He's a capable manager. Now that he went over to Tottenham and he has a better players than Brentford players, right? I think he's going to be a problem in the Premier League. I really do think so. He is such a good manager. He really is such a good manager, and he will get a performance out of Tottenham. Really, I do believe so. I really do believe so. But let's go back to our team, Arsenal, Mikel Arteta. It was very annoying. It was very annoying to see Arteta sticking to those tactics from last season. Very annoying to me. If you keep doing that coming into the season, right, then we will have a problem. When you actually watching the game, certain negative thoughts will creep into your mind. They will creep into your mind, and you start thinking, this manager, he's so damn stubborn. He's so damn stubborn with these tactics. He really is. Has he reached his peak? I mean, you start asking yourself, has he reached his peak, right? By coming second, third season in a row. 3 seasons in a row, right? He came second. Is that all he could muster, right? You don't really want to think negatively about the manager, but the thoughts will creep in, and it did creep in into my mind. And if that's the case, if he has reached his peak, then he is not the manager for us. I really hope that Mikel Arteta wins trophy with Arsenal. I really do think so. Hopefully this coming season, right? I hope that he wins the trophy. I want the Premier League and the Champions League. I really do want those two. The FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, I'm not really too fussy about that. But if we do get those together with the Premier League, or the Premier League title, or the Champions League title, then I will welcome it. I will welcome it. But that thought itself that crept into my mind was scary. It was scary. And we do know that the Cronkies, Arteta is the main man. He is the guy in place, and they will not replace him very soon. They really do believe in him. But if he has reached his peak, then it doesn't look good for us at all. It really doesn't look good at all for us at all. So that was the game, and like I said, we played pretty much the same as we did in the last season, right? And the tactics was pretty much the same, despite the fact that he has new players in. Zubimendi, what's his name? Victor Gyökeres, right? Noni Madueke, who wasn't there with the team. Christian Mosquera, Kepa, right? He has a couple of new players, but really and truly, the players that we have there is only 2 additions. Everybody else is the replacement of other players. For example, in the Thomas Partey's position, Zubimendi is the replacement, right? And for Jorginho, Nordgaard is the replacement. Neto, Kepa is the replacement. Tomiyasu, Christian Mosquera is the replacement. The only 2 new additions that we really and truly have is Victor Gyökeres and Noni Madueke. Those are the 2 additions that we have. And I really keep thinking we need to involve, and we need to get a tactic that really can get the right result out of these players, the likes of Zubimendi, the likes of Victor Gyökeres, because the way he played against Tottenham, he will not get the right result out of Victor Gyökeres, nor can he get the right result out of Zubimendi, right? Despite the fact that Zubimendi did not play the first half, he came on the second half in this game, and I really do think that Zubimendi is one of those players who are really good on the ball. He's a ball playing CDM who can thread those passes between the lines, and that's very good. Combining him with Martin Odegaard in that midfield, it will create a lot of problems for many teams. I really do think so. But the tactics has to be right. The tactics has to be right, bang on, right, in order to get the right result out of these players. If you guys remember, for about 2 seasons ago, we played such an attractive football. We were hitting teams on the counter attack and pretty much picking them apart and scoring for fun. Now, Arteta, please, I know you have a short memory, right? Bring that back. Run it back, my friend. Run it back. Adjust a little bit, and I swear to you, you will get the right result out of Victor Gyökeres Martin Odegaard, Zubamende, and if we do get the SCA into the team as well, you will get the right result out of this team, and we will get the right result in most of the games that we play. Now that is the game against Tottenham, which we lost, right? The little brothers, the noisy little brothers, won over us in Hong Kong, and they're gonna become even more noisier. Trust me, with Thomas Frank as their manager, who is a good manager, they will win a couple of matches. They will definitely win a couple of matches, right? And they're gonna become a lot more noisier, definitely. So I'm not looking forward to that. I am not looking forward to that. We're gonna jump to the next one. The next one is a picture of the team, and this is basically Arsenal's remaining preseason fixtures, right? On Wednesday, the 6th of August, we will play against Villarreal in the Emirates Stadium. It is 6 p.m. kickoff, right? And then Saturday, the 9th of August, we will play against Atletico Club, right? I think it is Atletico Bilbao, I think so. 5 p.m. kickoff, and it is the Emirates Cup. Next one, our players, three very important players that are currently injured. The question was asked to Mikel Arteta, are there any doubts about Gabriel Calafiore and Jurriën Timber being ready for the start of the Premier League season? Mikel Arteta said, I don't think so. If they involved like they involved in the last few days, Gabriel Magalhaes, Calafiore, Timber, the three of them will be available. That is what he said. And basically, we do want our main guys to be fit and available for the start of the season, because we do have Manchester United as the first game in the season, right? So that is that. Hopefully they will be available. Lastly but not least, we're gonna talk about Ebriki Eze, and this is a tweet and a little clip from Ben Jacobs, and he was talking about Eze's situation, right? And this was through Talk Sport, and they said one thing is for sure: the player is keen. The expectation is that they will bid. That is Arsenal. They will still bid and lower than the release clause. Ben Jacobs provided updates on Arsenal's pursuit of Ebriki Eze. What it is basically that currently on Friday night, the deadline for his release to be triggered, the deadline for his release clause to be triggered was ending on Friday night, into Saturday, right? We haven't triggered it. We have not triggered it. So Arsenal, Crystal Palace expecting Arsenal to make a bid, but we will bid lower than the release clause, right? Hoping that we will get a lower fee. And we are basing, according to Ben Jacobs, we are basing the value for Elanga from Nottingham Forest to Newcastle, right, for 55 million. Then SCA should go for about around 59 million, right? That is what he said basically. Whether we will get him for that value, I'm not too sure. Now that there is no release clause for him, the deadline has been passed, right? Then we will have to cover some amount of money, and we will see what Crystal Palace asks for, right? So I'm looking forward to that one and see how that develops further, right? And this is the last one I want to say on this video, the story about SCM, right? They had a little tweet on football on TNT Sports. This is beautiful written. Once rejected, it says, now adored, Ebriki Eze has a truly inspiring football journey. And they list the list. Released and rejected by Arsenal, Millwall, Reading, Fulham. Picked up by QPR, signed by Crystal Palace, England debut, scored winner in the FA Cup final. And the FA Cup final. That is beautiful. And that just tells you pretty much that you should never give up. You should never give up. Wherever you do in life, you should never give up. You just keep at it, and hopefully down the line you will come out as a winner. You will come out as a winner. That is all I have, guys. Thank you for tuning in. For you guys who's new to the channel, right? Subscribe to the channel, smash the like for the video. I know the subscription, it doesn't cost you a penny to do so, right? Do that. Much appreciated. And now have a nice day. Take care.